Grace and peace. We're talking about sacramental moments, the sacrament. In the UCC, we say we have two, baptism and communion. I can't think about baptism and talking about it without thinking about that scene from The Godfather, right? So where we have Michael and, right, the priest is asking the questions, and we have gunfire, right? Do you renounce Satan? And people are being blown away, and, all of his powers, people being blown away. So that's not really the questions. So we have, first of all, sacrament. Sacrament is something in which we say that God, that Christ is uniquely and specifically present in those moments. So Jesus was baptized, and Jesus participated, ordained, right, communion as we know it. And so as we have baptism and as we participate in communion, not only do we remember, right, live that into being, but Christ's presence is with us in a very particular and specific way, and God's grace is made known to us. In fact, we use the words in baptism that this is an outward and visible sign of God's inward and invisible grace. So a sacrament or a sacramental moment is a way in which we're able to see, participate in, and experience God's presence, God's grace in our lives in this very real way, where that intangible grace feels to us as if it is tangible, like the water is tangible. And we understand God's presence in our life in this powerful, real, tangible way. So baptism and communion, we set apart and say, these are sacraments. But in devotions this week, we're going to explore that perhaps there are also these other moments, not official, not ordained by Christ, but ways in which, that grace of God sure seems to be tangible in our lives. And I imagine if you give thought to it, you'll be able to think, outward and visible signs of God's inward and invisible grace. I certainly have experienced that on a number of occasions, not just in baptism, not just in communion, but ways outside the ordained, ways that were extraordinary. And that's what we're exploring this week. Sacred, sacramental moments that are beyond what has been ordained by the church, but certainly ordained by God. And may God be with you and all of us this week as we explore them together.